You believe you are experiencing reality right now. The room around you, the sounds you hear, the world in front of your eyes. It all feels immediate, direct, certain. But there is something you rarely think about. You have never actually experienced the world itself. Every color you see, every sound you hear, every sensation you feel is created somewhere between the universe and your conscious mind. Light travels through space. It enters your eyes. Signals travel through billions of connections inside your brain. And somehow, a private experience of reality appears. The blue sky you see is not actually blue. The sound of a voice is not actually a sound. The world you experience is your brain's interpretation of information. And this raises a fascinating question. If your brain creates the reality you experience, how much of reality are you actually seeing? Let's try something simple. Picture a single red apple. Its color feels undeniable. You've seen it thousands of times. You never stop to question it. But here's the strange part. The color red doesn't actually exist inside the apple. The apple reflects specific wavelengths of light. Those wavelengths travel silently through space, enter your eyes, and become tiny electrical signals. At no point in that journey is there anything we could honestly call red. Only light, only energy, only information. Somewhere inside your brain, those signals become an experience. Not just color, your color. The red apple you've known your entire life has only ever existed as a conscious experience. And if something as ordinary as color is constructed, what else have you been experiencing without ever realizing it? If your brain isn't simply recording reality, then what is it doing? For a long time, scientists believed the brain worked like a camera. The world sends information in, and the brain faithfully reconstructs it. But modern neuroscience tells a very different story. Your brain is not a camera. It's a prediction machine. Every second, it is making millions of predictions about what is about to happen next. Before you consciously see an object, your brain has already made an educated guess about what it expects to see. Before you hear the next word in this sentence, your brain is already trying to predict it. That may sound inefficient, but it's actually one of the greatest survival mechanisms evolution has ever created. Imagine trying to process every single sound, every color, every movement, every face, every smell, exactly as it arrives. The amount of information would be overwhelming. Instead, your brain constantly asks one simple question. What is most likely happening right now? Then it builds your experience around that prediction. Most of the time, it's incredibly accurate. So accurate that you never notice it's happening. You don't experience reality first and then interpret it. You experience your brain's best prediction, updated thousands of times every second. And suddenly, the world feels a little different. If your brain is constantly predicting reality, how can you ever know when it's wrong?
Time feels like the most familiar thing in your life. You wake up. You grow older. You remember yesterday. You imagine tomorrow. It all feels so obvious. But what if that feeling is only part of the story? Physics describes time very differently from the way we experience it. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, there is no single universal clock ticking throughout the universe. Time can pass at different rates, depending on speed and gravity. For astronauts, for satellites, and even for you, time is never exactly the same. The universe doesn't experience one shared now. It never has. Perhaps the flow of time isn't something happening outside you. Perhaps it's something your mind creates
To organize experience. And if that's true, then the past, the present, and the future may not be as separate as they seem. Maybe time isn't something moving forward. Maybe it's we who are moving through reality. And if time itself is more mysterious than we imagined, what does that say about the one experiencing it? We've explored perception, color, prediction, even time itself. But one mystery remains. Who is experiencing all of this? Every sight, every sound, every memory, every thought appears somewhere. You call that experience your life. But have you ever stopped to ask, who is actually aware of it? Science can explain neurons, electrical signals, patterns of activity inside the brain. But explaining experience itself is a very different question. Why should electrical activity feel like anything at all? No one truly knows.
Some scientists believe consciousness emerges from the brain. Others suggest it may be a more fundamental part of reality itself. Whatever the answer may be, one thing is certain. Every moment you have ever experienced has appeared within awareness. Perhaps the greatest mystery isn't the universe around us. Perhaps it's the one quietly observing it. And maybe the more deeply we understand reality, the more we discover that the greatest frontier has always been ourselves. Today, we question something most of us never stop to examine: reality itself. We discovered that color may not exist the way we imagined, that the brain is constantly predicting the world around us, that time may be stranger than it appears, and that the greatest mystery may not be the universe, but the one experiencing it. Science doesn't become more beautiful because it gives us all the answers. It becomes more beautiful because every answer reveals an even deeper question. Perhaps that's what curiosity really is. Not the search for certainty, but the courage to keep wondering. The universe has not changed during these last few minutes, only the way you might look at it. And maybe
That's where every great discovery begins.